Hi, it's Josephine, and today we are going to talk about research. One of the things that you need to do when you write a book is usually some research. And there's all sorts of research that you need to do that could involve, locations, it could involve different countries' customs, it could be cultural customs, it could be the way people interact with each other, it could be about a job, it could be about a certain experience, just stuff that you don't generally know that you need to know for your characters in your book. Um, Fiction is fiction to some extent, so you can, wing some of it, just make it up as you go, but you can't wing it too much because otherwise people will say it's unrealistic. Like, you can't describe a type of surgery that your orthodontist would do and then turns out that they don't do that type of surgery ever. That's a specialist or something else, other position that does that surgery. So, some great places to find your research or to do research is obviously first option is search engines. So, search engines such as Google, Bing, Yahoo, there are multiple other ones out there, whatever your favorite one is. However, sometimes they're still not helpful or they give you misinformation. So, the next best option I find is usually actually in Facebook. Facebook has a lot of groups that are dedicated, but they're great groups where people who are on there are of a certain profession or of a certain community, and you can go to them, join their group or and then say, "Hey, I'm a writer. I have questions." And a lot of these groups are actually for writers. There's one that's specifically for retired police officers are there for police questions for writers, and there's one for lawyers are on there to help people with legal questions that they're writing about. There's one I think with teachers. There's all sorts of groups out there. So if you join a writing group, a lot of them will know exactly what these groups are named. I don't know them off the top of my head, or you can search them in the Facebook search bar. And you can say, "Hey, I need a group that know about this." And a lot of people, if even if it's just a regular group, you can put your hand out there and say, "Hey, I'm a writer, I have questions. If anybody would like to answer them, I would really appreciate it. Just PM me, DM me." And away you go. You've got somebody to talk to who is an expert in that field, which is really awesome. The next option, which I think is the best option there is out there, is to find somebody who is actually in the field currently or is retired from that field. So if you have some, like that particular field of work or that has that expertise or has gone through that experience, I should say, a lot of older people, not to stereotype anyone, but a lot of older people have a lot of fabulous time on their hands because they are no longer employed. They might be volunteering, they might have other commitments, but a lot of them are quite happy to talk about their lives, to give you full details, and to discuss something if you're just willing to take a little time, sit down, and have a coffee with them. Other people are tickled pink. A writer's writing about something. The advice I'm giving them is going in their book. They love the fact that you are interested and you want to know things. So those are the main ways that I do a lot of my research. You can always use a library. That's available too. They're still out there. They are still free. They still have amazing resources. I mean, I'm sure there are other ones, but there might be groups in your area where, you know, Toastmasters or other groups that specifically involve what you're looking for. So if you're, writing about World War II, maybe you can go search out some veterans. Go down to the Legion, say, "Hey, what's going on?" There are different sorts of opportunities out there if we just think about it for research for all of our books. So anyhow, that's my short little video for today. I'm hoping to do more and to be more consistent about this. I know I've been away for a little while, and right now I am working full-time and going to school full-time and trying to write. So it's been busy, and it's going to continue to be busy. But like I said, I'm going to try and get a video or 2 videos out too, I hope. each week. And if you have any questions or comments, throw them in the comments slot so that maybe I can get them answered. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so that you know when new videos are out, because, as I said, I'm not always very consistent. And, let's do this thing called writing. Happy writing, everyone.